The Hangout on Air is live. Apparently I'm doing this right. Folks, welcome to the Home Business Helper Prosperity Hangout. We do these Prosperity Hangouts every Tuesday and every Thursday night. We still got about 1 minute before we're officially off and started with our presentation. So kind of take a minute here and introduce myself as Earl Teets from Troy, Montana, the founder of the Servants Team Missionary Outreach, who's responsible for bringing you the homebusinesshelper.com. And what we're going to talk to you about here at the homebusinesshelper.com today is simply life-changing and amazing, and we're going to get started here in just a little less than 1 minute. So you're here at the right place at the right time, but I do advertise this in a lot of places on the internet, so to give people a fair chance to be able to see the presentation start to finish, I won't officially kick off until right at 8 o'clock on the nose. But it really is a blessing to share truthful facts. And really, what we're all about here is sharing solutions. I see we're at the top of the hour, so we're going to go ahead and officially kick this off, folks. Welcome to the Home Business Helper Prosperity Hangout on Tuesday and Thursday nights at 8 o'clock Mountain Time Zone. The Home Business Helper is brought to you by the Servants Team Missionary Outreach. The founder of that outreach is myself, Earl Teets from Troy, Montana, and my wife, Darlene. It really is a pleasure to share solutions with people that you can get paid for on a monthly and a weekly basis with some of the highest paying pay plans in the home business industry. I've had the privilege myself to work with some of the very best in the world in the industry of home business. And the one thing that I've noticed is 97% or better of the opportunities starting out, they go out of business in less than 3 years' time. That leaves a lot of people hanging, feeling burned in the system. And because the companies know that the failure rate is so high, they gear all their advertising and everything towards something for nothing. So they advertise that people can set themselves up for free and get started for free and run a complete business for free and have it produce millions of dollars in profits. What happens? The masses expect that. They find out it really does cost money to start a business. It costs money monthly to operate one, and 97% of the companies got neat stuff to offer to the masses, but they really have no way to train you how to get exactly what's being offered in front of exactly who's looking for it. The homebusinesshelper.com is all designed to show you everything you need to create success in the most lucrative field of home business on the planet. Today, every 11 seconds in America alone, somebody somewhere is starting a home business. So I guess the next point of reference that I need to be able to focus on for you is a little bit of credibility. So you know I'm not just some guy off the street that started a Google Hangout and just trying to take advantage of you. I really have been in the industry over 20 years and worked with some of the best in the industry. You may have, let's try this for a second, you may have heard of John Maxwell. Oh, maybe this does work better. Whoa. John Maxwell is one of the most sought after leadership trainers in the world today. And I liked him because he taught Christian values, and I founded the homebusinesshelper.com as a Christian marketing team. And we help people, whether they be in network marketing, affiliate marketing, internet marketing, all three of them. We work with all of them. And we've got proven success methods. So you're really going to enjoy what you have here. I truly have worked with some of the best in the world. This guy here, his name is Eddie Freeman. I started working with him in 2009 and had a privilege to watch him go from before $1 million annually to over $1 million annually, and help a couple others in the company to do the same thing. He offered a live training as he was going through this process, still does, every single Saturday morning, and I never missed one for over 4 years, and I still attend them live each and every week. That education is priceless to me because I watched somebody go with proven methods from before $1 million to after $1 million annually and duplicating that process with people that had no prior experience. That education to me is more valuable than even a business degree at Harvard, who now teaches network marketing. Isn't that amazing? Why wouldn't I want a degree from Harvard? Because a professor is teaching you a theory that they've learned. They haven't learned it because they do it for a living. So I want to learn from somebody that actually does it for a living. It makes it a little more solid. So to me, that educational experience has been worth far more than a business degree at Harvard University. Another guy I work with, his name is Paul Morris. And the beautiful lady in the picture with us is my wife, Darlene. And he's got over 40 years experience at taking people with no experience to $1 million incomes. These are the kind of people I mentor with and work with on a weekly basis and have for the last 5 years. So the reason I share this with you is to let you know what I'm sharing with you truly does have the potential to change your life in a lot of ways. And I advertise this hangout being able to show you how to acquire $20,000 in one work quarter on 20 hours a week, part-time efforts. Is it for real? Absolutely, folks. You'd be astonished at what happens when you can combine high-tech and high-touch, old school and new school. That's the simplest way I know how to explain it. And what the Home Business Helper is going to show you is multiple trends in one place with multiple income streams and a proven earning system. That's very powerful, folks. Now, in the past, like when I first got involved in this industry, it was frowned upon to try to embark on more than one endeavor at once. With technology where it's at and the utilization of internet online tools and branding yourself as a leader, the Home Business Helper is a combination of the most powerful tools that you need to use no matter what as an online entrepreneur. The unique twist behind these tools is everybody usually pays for these tools, and the tools help them to produce profits in their business. But our unique twist is these tools are going to pay you a monthly residual income as they produce profits in your business. One hand washing the other. It's a pretty awesome experience. And as you're building business builders, they need those tools. So as they get an account and start using those tools themselves, you're going to get paid a thank you for it. It's not rocket science, it's common sense. We're going to use these kind of tools as an entrepreneur. They all work together, synergistic, hand in hand, so they help one another out. So we're kind of talking about just being prepared with everything you really need to succeed as an entrepreneur. What's unique about the presentation you're seeing here now is I'm going to show you actual work habits. You look at all the presentations on how to create the money, and it's all the hype of why that company's the best company in the world. Yeah, I believe the opportunities that are here at the Home Business Helper are second to none. I do believe with all my heart they're the best companies and the best opportunities on the planet for you to run with. And I'm going to help you do that with integrity. Most people just want to get you to opt into their websites and sign up so they can make a quick buck, and they don't even have the audacity to train you or work with you. They want to rely on a system to do that. I've built a system where I can train you personally, whether I'm on video or whether I'm in person, but I offer my live coaching to all of my team members free of charge. And I don't hide nothing that's making me money. I share everything I do with you because your success is my success. My babies don't eat if you're not successful. Think about that. Well, actually, they do. My babies are grown. He's 21 years old and off and running, and I've got grandbabies now, so when they come to visit, they don't get to eat if I'm not helping you to be successful, because that's what my career is all about. So think about that, folks. We all reap what we sow. What I'm going to guarantee you is proven, honest, ethical habits, Christian-based work habits that are going to pay you money every single time you put them to use. So with that being said, let me get to the point of the 5 work habits that are going to put money in your pocket if you apply them. And if you apply these 5 work habits the way I describe it for one complete work quarter with a commitment of at least 20 hours a week, part-time efforts, you do have the position to put yourself in front of $20,000 in residual monthly income. But when you're talking about exposing stuff, especially a product or a service that's a consumable product, you need to be able to sample those and let your people sample those while they're looking at a presentation like this one right here. So this would be a real good time for those of you that are into the coffee sort of things. This would be time to start pouring your coffee and testing it out so you got an idea what I'm going to talk about before this presentation is over with. You'll see it's delicious. You'll love the smell. You'll love the taste. And by the time this presentation is over, you'll actually feel a little different. And that's a good thing. So, with that being said, let's jump into the 5 habits that's going to put the money in your pocket on a weekly basis if you stay consistent with these, okay? The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to pray, and then we're going to establish the habit of reading something positive. And the reading part, we're going to make sure we focus on that at the beginning of the day because it puts us in the right mindset, but as well at the end of the day. So while we're sleeping at night, we got something positive, focusing on something that's attainable in our subconscious mind. You don't want to go to bed focused on what the world's got you focused on. Let me tell you, because if you do, your subconscious mind is focused on something that's negative. 90% of the information that you're going to endure as an entrepreneur, especially building a business, is negative. Think about it. You're working with people that got more month than money. Their moods aren't going to be the greatest. They've been screwed over at every place where they've went for help. So when you're in an environment like that, it's going to be negative. You need to be able to offset that with the right reading habit. But I'm a firm believer as a Christian trainer and a missionary myself. I run a missionary outreach. I understand to put God first in front of all things. So I believe pray for God's wisdom. Pray for His blessing on your daily actions. Pray for Him. Pray for your forgiveness for anything you've done wrong, and forgive anybody that you're holding anything against. And when you pray for God's blessing over your daily actions, you'd be surprised at what happens when that's an important part of your life. Because when you seek first the kingdom of God, the rest falls into play. I'm not going to turn this into a big sermon. I'm just keeping it simple. But step one is we're going to pray and we're going to read. Now, my favorite book to read, of course, is the Bible. And the Bible, B-I-B-L-E, Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth. That's the first book I'd stick my nose in to learn how to be a better human being. But if you need to be focused, we're working in a business environment. So we need to understand how to relate to people in business situations. We need to be able to think along lines of problem solving. Because what we do here at the Home Business Helper, folks, is we get paid to have solutions for people's problems. Isn't that a wonderful way to make a living? But the mindset needs to follow. We can't be feeling guilty for selling a solution to somebody's problem when that solution can save them hundreds of dollars a month simply transferring their spending to better quality for less money. That just makes sense. So we're going to develop a mindset of how to sell properly. Zig Ziglar's one of the best trainers that you'll ever want to meet for teaching you how to do that in writing. This book, Secrets of Closing the Sale by Zig Ziglar, if I had only one book that I was allowed to work with outside of God's Word for my success, this would be the first book I'd go for. Zig Ziglar, Secrets of Closing the Sale. You've been around in the industry for a while, you realize the negativity, you start to focus on negative things and get depressed. Maybe you need a checkup from the neck up to get back into that positive mindset. See You at the Top by Zig Ziglar, another really good book. If you're brand new as an entrepreneur and you need to learn how to think like an entrepreneur instead of like an employee, this book here, Think and Grow Rich, is one of the most powerful books that you could ever get your hands on. They got ones a little newer than this one. This one's almost as old as I am, but the information's powerful. How I Raised Myself from Failure to Success by Frank Bettger. These are all examples of good books that got good, solid information that is still practiced today, creating million-dollar success stories like clockwork. So if you put the right stuff in your mind, the right stuff comes out. If the only thing going in your mind is what's on Dr. Phil or what Fox News has to say for the day or what's going on CBS or NBC News, guess what? All that stuff's negative. And if that's all you endure is negative circumstances and negative information, and that's what's going through your head when you're sleeping, when you're trying to draw people to you with the aura inside you, and it's all negative, it repels them from you instead of drawing them to you. That's why number one is so important, to be able to pray and read. Those are 2 daily habits before anything else in your business career to bring you the success that you need. Number 2, we're going to talk about high touch. This is person to person. We need to make 25 connections, whether they be face-to-face, over the phone, or a live internet chat. The purpose of the 25 connections with human beings is to set 5 appointments for a proper business exposure. Maybe you're bringing them to this very hangout and scheduling a time to have samples of what we have to offer so they know it's real. That could be the situation, okay? But 25 contacts to set 5 appointments. That's high touch. We're going to do it either face-to-face, on the phone, or online chat. 3, high tech. I'm going to talk about a blog post. High tech, a blog is a website that can be updated daily with multiple issues in it. So it allows you to create your presence even stronger online. You can update it. It's just more feasible. If you look at John Maxwell, he reaches entrepreneurs with a blog. If you're a professional entrepreneur and you see the best of the best using a blog to get what he has in front of entrepreneurs, wouldn't you want to do the same thing? This is a tool. It's $37 a month to have this tool that has the ability to pay you $20 a month for each business builder that you bring onto your team and introduce to the blog, that's going to allow them to create their presence on the internet, brand themselves as the leader for whatever it is they're trying to lead, and position them securely to gather leads online on a regular basis because you've got the right tools to do so. So we're going to post a blog, which is the information we have that's a solution to a problem, in a Facebook group with over 10,000 people that may have that similar problem. This is a daily practice that's free to do once you have a blog that you built on your blogging platform. So follow what I'm saying. You've got a solution to these people's problems. If you've joined groups, you got 25 groups that you've joined with more than 10,000 people around that topic, which is exactly what you have the ability to do on Facebook for free, and you can post your blog in those groups. Everybody's advertising what they have in those groups, but when you've got the solution to the problem the people are facing, they've got the chance to see it. Click on your link, and from there, you're off to the races. So what are we going to do? We're going to post a positive solution to one of their problems in our blog, and we're going to post that blog twice a day in 25 groups. That's going to allow exposure. It's going to allow us to create a list of people. Now, they're going to need an internet tool called a capture page attached to that blog that captures their email address and phone number, and it automatically sends them out an automated email and from you to them, so it shows them that you care about them, and it also gives them the information they're looking for right away. So it kills 2 birds with 1 stone. These are important online tools. But number 3, we're going to practice that blog post in 25 groups. That's our high-tech part. Number 4, we're going to follow up and secure 5 appointments between the people that we connected with in step 2 and the people we're following up with from the blogging posts that have responded and our emails have reached them. You know, the capture page gathers their email, the autoresponder sends them an email, and it lets us know that our prospect is looking at our information as a business builder. These are online tools. You can see how you have to have them pretty much regardless of whatever your product or service is. So you might as well have tools like that that are going to pay you. They're trends. And trend number 1 is provenearner.com. This is where you're going to get the blogging platform. We've got a gentleman that's 23 years old with this tool company that's got no prior experience, already at $90,000 a month. And there's still 5 months left of the year. That's how proven and solid this company's back office and training system is with a blogging platform. He used as a business tool. He made more money off his business tool than his main primary business. Isn't that great? Tools that pay you. That's trend number one. It's a branding yourself as a leader, as an entrepreneur. They use blogs. That's how they teach you to do it. If you're a 5 to a 6-figure earner, over 90% of them, that's how they did it in the last 5 years. Why wouldn't you want to do it too? It's just simple. So you're going to get paid $20 from the company every time you refer somebody to a blogging platform for the life of that account. So it creates a residual income for you. 2 people using the blogging platform pays for your tool, and after that, $20 a month profits in your pocket every single month. So $20 times 100 people, that's just a couple of people a week for 52 weeks a year. Boy, that money starts to add up fast on a part-time basis, don't it? And that's just one income stream. At provenearner.com is where you're going to get your blogging platform put out by a company known as Internet Lifestyle Network. Next, we're going to look at trend number 2, which is the leadproject.biz. This is where we're going to get those capture pages, autoresponders, and email funnels. $150 worth of monthly expenses to today's entrepreneurs, all in one place, called Power Lead System, for $30 a month. And by utilizing these tools that you're going to need as an entrepreneur anyway, when you refer them to the people as you're building your business, guess what? That company's going to pay you $20 a month, residual income for the life of that account. So now you got 2 tools that you needed anyway, 2 tools that you're going to pay for anyway, that are each going to pay you a residual income as you build a team with them. Isn't that nice? Not only to have tools that help you to produce profits for your company, but they produce a residual income for sharing them as you develop a team of builders. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You can see where they complement each other hand in hand. So there's no reason not to do all of these at once. They work together. Think about it. You're an entrepreneur. You're going to use these tools. Might as well have them pay you while you're promoting what you got. Now the next option is CoffeeSolutionsProfit.com. It is a health and wellness trend. It is a coffee trend, folks. Trends are what people capitalize on to create fortunes. Success leaves clues throughout history, and the people that were able to capitalize on a single trend in motion were able to create the largest fortunes of all time. With technology where it's at today and things allowed to work synergistic together, like I've shared with you tonight, you can capitalize on multiple trends. We've talked about 2 of them with the blogging platform and the online tools. Now, what's step 5 going to be in the work habit? It's going to be able to expose what you have to offer 5 times a day, 5 days a week, 5 proper exposures. One of the online tools that we use with the capture pages has what they call a advertising education platform known as Social Profit Academy, which teaches you the fundamentals of a paid advertising program with Facebook that's $5 to $10 a day. When there's case studies there from May and June of 2014 that show a person spending $5 to $10 a day on an ad and bringing in hundreds to thousands of dollars off of that ad, that is just a proven case study. And when you look at advertising and business, the average entrepreneur spends thousands of dollars in just a year, up to $12,000 to $15,000 on advertising that does nothing for them. But because they spent that $12,000, they hit a certain percentage each month. So they trial and error their way to success in advertising till they find the niche to get them there, and it costs them thousands of dollars. So when you can get your hands on a proven case study, fundamental course for Facebook paid advertising for $497 that saves you money. It's just a good business decision to make. Study the modules in it, understand the fundamentals behind Facebook advertising, and now you can do things like advertise one ad on Facebook that gathers 200 leads for you for your network marketing business. This is an actual case study that took place. Now, I don't know any network marketer that wouldn't be happy to spend $10 on an ad and have a list of people respond to that ad over 270 people long. That's pretty powerful for your advertising money. And that's what you get as a advertising tool at Power Lead System through the leadproject.biz. Now, when you properly expose that Social Profit Academy 5 times in one day, if all 5 people did it, the company's going to pay you $400 of that $497 cost in commissions, which means 5 times 400 is $2,000 daily potential simply sharing an advertising solution with a fellow entrepreneur trying to learn how to make it in the toughest industry that's the most lucrative industry on the planet today of home business. Folks, you can't go wrong at thehomebusinesshelper.com because you're sharing solutions that people pay for because those solutions save them hundreds of dollars monthly. Think about what I'm saying. Look at those 3 basic tools of capture pages, autoresponders, and email funnels. Those 3 tools alone, $50 a piece, $150 in monthly operating expenses for an entrepreneur, all for $30. Spend another $497 for spa so you know how to advertise like a professional without having to spend thousands of dollars in trial and error. You're setting yourself up to succeed as an entrepreneur. And we still haven't really touched all of the coffee trend yet now, have we? And if you don't think there's money in coffee, ask yourself this question. Look at McDonald's, the largest franchise in history, the most successful, billions served daily. They just restructured all of their marketing to what? McCafe, because coffee is where it's at. Now, when you look at health and wellness, that's where famous entrepreneurial expert as far as being able to predict where the money's at, a financial advisor by the name of Paul Zane Pilzer, leading economic financial advisor for over 20 years, says health and wellness is where the money's at. So when you can take coffee and make it properly by using the extracts of the green coffee bean and then do a Google search on an ingredient called Garcinia cambogia, understood to be the holy grail of weight loss, and then add to that another product called raspberry ketones. Add to that another mushroom I can't even pronounce, but our websites can, that's healthy for the body, and then realize that this coffee tastes absolutely delicious. You can't wait for your next sip. It truly does. And it's made instantly. It's just amazing. But when this coffee's less than $3 and people are spending more than $5 a piece on 2 or 3 of those at Starbucks, and folks, Starbucks don't take food stamps, and look how many people spending money there at places like that, Dunkin' Donuts, etc. So instead of spending $5 or more, you get a healthy solution. That's great, but if you share that solution with 4 other people, yours becomes free for the life of those accounts. Now you don't even have to pay for your coffee anymore. You can have it delivered to your door, absolutely free of charge, and you didn't even join the company. All you did was refer 4 others so they could have delicious coffee and you could have yours for free. Now, what happens in a perfect world when you do this? In a perfect world, I say, this is an income potential, not an income guarantee. But in a perfect world, you got that one customer. The company pays you $5 for that. The name of the company, XFuse. They're debt-free. They got a 7-year global track record. So that kind of helps, considering that 97% or better of all companies starting today with the great ground floor opportunity will be out of business in less than 6 months' time. Most of them definitely by 3 years. These are just facts. So When you got a 7-year debt-free track record, you're global, you're positioned in a really good spot considering less than 10% of the world even knows we exist. You got the world's first healthy coffee. How healthy is it? If you study the nutritional industry at all, you may have heard of a guy by the name of Dr. Earl Mendel, the author of the Vitamin Bible out of the 80s. Worked with another company throughout the 90s as a nutritional expert, one of the most sought-after guys in the world. He come out of retirement because X-Fuse had the guts to spend the money to formulate this product properly. And the results that come from a properly formulated, healthy coffee were strong enough to pull an expert like Dr. Earl Mendel out of retirement to become a full-fledged distributor with the company as well. He gives a doctor advisory call with this company every single month, multiple times. That is simply amazing. Imagine that, folks, and you're one of the first people to even hear about it. So the company's going to pay you $5 for that one coffee account. That guy goes out and gets his free because he found 4 referrals. The company's going to pay you on every one of those down infinity. And that's just one of up to 7 ways of weekly pay with this company and monthly residuals with the highest consumable paying product pay plan in the entire home business industry. That's pretty powerful. Remember, all you did was found customer number 1. He found 4, so he could get his for free. Now you got $25 a month coming in month 2. Month 3, those 4 wanted to get theirs free. They each got 25 circle going, just like what you've seen take place. So in month 3, you got 125 coming in because all those people did was duplicate to get their coffee for free off the one customer that you brought in. So now 3 months later, that one customer in a perfect world of duplication is worth $125 a month. Month number 4, that one customer is worth $500 a month. So if there's 30 days in a month and you fail 20 days out of 30 and succeed 10 and get 1 customer a month, that gives you the ability to have 10 customers a month, which is $5,000 in residual money on that one customer. You see how it escalated in a perfect world? Now we're looking at $5,000 a month off 10 customers times 4 months, 10 customers each month, gives you a total of 4 times 5,000, 20,000 in 1 work quarter, and that's just one of the many ways of pay. I haven't talked about what you get paid to bring in a business builder. I haven't talked about none of that, folks. That's amazing. That's just one way to create $20,000 in 1 work quarter. That's not counting the money off your tools of ProvenEarner.com and the LeadProject.biz, otherwise known as Internet Lifestyle Network and Power Lead System. So when you combine all 3 of these, you're positioned with 2 trends in entrepreneurial business building, and you're positioned with the health trends. So you got a taste of that too. When you look at the coffee market, it's a $58 billion a year market. When you couple that with the weight loss market, that's $140 billion. And when you couple that with the anti-aging, that's $290. So you got a health pie that's worth $568 billion a year. You're one of the first people in the world to even hear about it with a 7-year debt-free track record when you've got the tools that allow you to brand yourself as a leader with the solutions that entrepreneurs need. You couldn't ask for a better place to be positioned. Now let's talk about what's it cost to get started, because I'm not like the rest of them. I'm not going to lie to you. It costs money to start a business. It costs money to operate one, and it takes time and effort to produce success. We've talked about the time and effort. We've shared with you 5 proven work habits. Now, let's look at the money. $37 gets you into ILN and gets you your blogging platform at ProvenEarner.com. $30 gets you into the LeadProject.biz. You actually get a 7-day free trial, so you won't be billed until the 7th day, but they will bill you $30. That allows you those online tools that are going to help you to create the success that you deserve. Now you're going to be able to get paid from these two companies for having these tools as well. So when you look at XFuse, what's it cost for an ID number to be able to offer the coffee? It's only 40 bucks. So when you look at all three of these major trends in motion, what are you looking at? 107 bucks to get started. Now, are you going to make the 20 grand with 107 bucks? Absolutely not. Remember, I talked about being able to get somebody in front of a presentation like this one to properly expose the business, let them sample the coffee. Well, in 90 days' time, if you commit to just 2 a day, that's 180 proper presentations in your first work quarter. So out of that 180 proper presentations, you're going to need samples. If you got a man and a woman there, man and wife, couple, guess what? That's 360 samples you need. That's a lot of inventory. But what we do at XFuse is we offer you a VIP promoter pack that allows you to set yourself up for success in your first work quarter, that you can copy what 90% of all your 5- and 6-figure earners did. They didn't have the money to start their home business either, so they leveraged the cost on a credit card. Often 20 to 30% interest rates. They spent over $12,000 to prove themselves to start their businesses. With technology, it don't cost that much to get started anymore. This VIP pack with XFuse is less than $1,600. The others are the same, $30 and $37. So for less than $2,000, you're positioning yourself perfectly to create a $20,000 monthly residual income with the right 5 daily work practices that we discussed. Now, think about it this way. With that spa course included, that's still under 2 grand. And when you got the chance to make $2,000 a day on an investment less than 2 grand, and with XFuse, that $1,600 VIP pack, it's guaranteed for 90 days, no questions asked. So on day 89, if you feel we misled you, you can send everything back to the company for a full refund minus shipping and handling. Where was your risk to position yourself for success? It just makes sense, folks. If you want to make the big bucks, understand it costs money to start a business. It costs a little money to operate a business. We're talking about being able to create $20,000 a month on less than $67 a month in operating expenses and 5 simple work habits on a setup that's under $2,000 that you could leverage on a credit card. Now, what do you call a return of $20,000 on a high side of a $2,000 investment? That's huge. And when you can do that in 1 work quarter, it's almost unheard of. The question is, we've got proven companies, proven methods, and proven work habits. Are you ready to go to work and help create the success that you deserve? I'll help you. I'll do the work for you, but with you as the coach. We're going to train you with integrity and help you become a success story for the company in late fall as we start a whole nother launch. Think about that, folks. You deserve success and opportunities knocking on your door. The one thing I've learned from working with multi-million-dollar earners for over 20 years, when they have a problem and they see a solution to that problem, they take action immediately. They don't need to think about it, and they don't need to procrastinate. What you've seen is a true entrepreneur path that can help you create the success that you deserve, that you can hand down your family for generations to come. I think that's the kind of success that you deserve. I look forward to meeting you in person, online, or at one of our events. Thanks for joining us on our homebusinesshelper.com prosperity hangout, folks. God bless you. Please keep our nation's leaders in your prayers.